Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-race press conference for the Griffin Grand Prix of San Marino here at the Misano World Circuit. Marco Simoncelli, what a race it was as well between the top three guys. Our race winner, Pecco Bagnaia for the Ducati Lenovo team, a fourth straight win in 2022 for Pecco. Second in the race, fresh off the back of signing a factory Ducati contract next year, is Andrea Bastianini from the Gresini Racing team. And it's a third podium in the last 4 races. That's why he's got a big smile on his face. And Aprilia Racing's Maverick Vinales. Pecco, where to start on an unbelievable Sunday afternoon for you here in front of your home crowd. A great launch off the line, 5th on the grid, straight away inside the top 3. But boy, did these two guys sat next to you give you a hard time. First it was Maverick, and then it was Enea right down to the last lap.
Yeah, it was not the easiest one, because I started, and at the start of the race I was feeling that the grip wasn't so high, so I was struggling a bit to be competitive, and I was feeling that Maverick behind me was pushing a lot and having more traction, also in exiting from turn 6. But then I was feeling that lap by lap, all the things becoming better and better. And in the last 5-6 laps, the pace has been incredible. So I think I never did in my life, in my career, my fastest lap in the last lap. And also after 27 laps with this heat is something incredible, and demonstrate that we are doing an incredible job, I think.
You had to do that fastest lap because this guy did a 1:31.8 on the last lap, which was actually faster than the pole time yesterday. There was so much to talk about in that Grand Prix, but the last lap, you've just seen it briefly on the screens there, the moment at turn 4 that Enea had. I mean, did you get a feeling, although you were in the front, about how close that was?
No, sincerely, no, I was just, for all the race, I feel that someone was like here. And I was not thinking about anything. I was just trying to be smart, to be very constant with the pace. And I didn't try also to closing the line, because I was feeling that closing the lines was a possibility more for the rider behind me to overtake me. So I just tried to be competitive, just to do my best line possible to be fast. And this maybe helped me to be more constant and fast all the race.
You've had a battle with this guy a couple of times this year. I mean, did at any point Le Mans come into your mind about what happened there, or was it easy to block that kind of thing out?
No, I think I learned the lesson from Le Mans.
And the championship, Pecco, I mean, obviously now 4 wins in a row, the first time in history a Ducati rider has done that. I know you don't like to talk about the championship too much, but you are now second, only 30 points behind Fabio Quartararo, with some strong tracks coming up for Ducati. So your thoughts in terms of the championship going to Aragon in 2 weeks?
30 points are still a lot. So I don't want to be focused on that. I just want to do the work. We are doing all the races in the second part of the season. And be smart, understanding the situation, understanding in which position we can arrive. And like today, if I see the possibility to win, I will try always to be in front and pushing. But I think we are doing a really good job in terms of working during the weekend, because we are always so competitive and constant. So this has been a change compared to the start of the season.
To win 4 races in any championship is very, very difficult. To do it in MotoGP, super tough. So huge congratulations, Pecco, on a fantastic win. Today we move on to Enea Bastianini, then the Gresini Racing rider. Enea, you threw everything at that race, although there was an early scare for you. We saw you lose the front going into turn number 14, and we saw Jack Miller and Marco Bezzecchi crash out as well. So was it difficult in those early laps for the Ducatis?
Yeah, it was difficult at the start because my feeling with the bike was so strange. It was difficult to put on temperature, I think, the tire. And after the half part of the race, it's coming better, and it's staying possible for me to push and to go with Pecco and to make a gap from the other guys. And in the last lap, I will try with all my potential to win the race, but Pecco have make more respect me and win this race. And I'm happy about this job. We have make a fastest lap in the last lap, and this is so strange for the MotoGP, but I'm happy.
It was an amazing last lap. We'll see it, I'm sure, on screens very shortly. But the moment at turn 4, which you had, we saw the bike go right, it went left, the rear tyre was in the air. Talk us through this right now, Enea. What happened?
Yeah, I brake so strong, and I've tried to overtake in that corner, but I was a little bit large, and I preferred to go outside. And at the end, I've tried again in the last corner, but Pecco brake very later, and it's impossible for me today.
It's been a great week, though, for you. Signed the factory Ducati contract, your first podium since Le Mans, so you must be looking forward now to being back at the front again in Aragon in 2 weeks' time, a track where we know that Ducati is very strong.
Yeah, Ducati is very strong. We know this, and this is important also for my future. Will be important also these 2 tests to try some new parts and to learn something. And from the next year, I know we are with the factory team, and will be difficult, but it's a nice challenge for me, for my life.
We know you live in Rimini, so maybe you know the circuit management here. They can move the finish line 50 metres further up the road, because then maybe you'd have won that Grand Prix. Great job, though, and they are second in this San Marino Grand Prix. Third place, though, goes to Aprilia racing rider Maverick Vinales. Maverick, your third podium in the last 4 races. We're getting used to seeing you in these press conferences now on a Sunday afternoon. You put so much pressure on Pecco, but what happened in those sort of last 6 or 7 laps when these guys obviously just had that little bit better grip, it looked like?
They had something else. That's what happened. No, I tried on the beginning because I always had on mind the race from 2020 that I put a lot of pressure on Pecco, and he slightly make a mistake. And today I was trying it, but he improved. So he made not even one slight mistake to put the bike in. And on the beginning of the race, I was feeling very good, also in the middle of the part of the race. But when Enea passed me, I started to struggle a little bit. And then I just, I say, okay, today it's third, Maverick. It's what it is. We need to work more and more. And we will come back stronger for sure. I mean, we are very happy with Aprilia and all Piaggio Group. We are working on a good way. And that's the way to go for the victory, step by step, and, getting that evolution that we are doing.
What do you feel was the main difference between the 2 bikes today? Was it just that rear grip that they had better at the end of the race?
Yes, actually, yes, they had a little bit extra, but as Pecco mentioned in the beginning, they were struggling. So I might make another strategy, maybe go a little bit calm on the beginning and then pushing at the end, because there is 2-3 races that, at the end of the race, I arrive with a little bit of problems. But what can I say? I'm sitting here, I'm really happy, very proud for Aprilia, and it's the time to make the next move. So very happy and very pleased, and also congratulations to these 2 guys that ride fantastic today.
It's been quite a 12 months for you, Maverick. It was at this circuit 1 year ago where you first rode the Aprilia. Now, here you are, fast forward 1 year, on the podium fighting these guys. How proud of you that you've been able to come back from a difficult situation, not just yourself, but also Aprilia as well?
I'm more than proud. I feel I never give up, not even 1/10. And, I keep working. I know the potential I have. I know from the first day the potential that the Aprilia can arrive. And that's what we are doing it. So very happy and, very pleased about the results, very pleased that I enjoy a lot the races, and very happy to start well and do a good first laps.
We certainly enjoyed watching you out there today, Maverick. Congratulations. Time now, please, for questions from the media.
Hi, Matt Oxley from Motorsport Magazine in England. First of all, to Pecco, congratulations on an amazing ride. Two questions. First of all, to Maverick and Enea. You were following other guys most of the race, and I wanted to know whether you had any issues with front tyre temperature or pressure. And the second question is to Enea and Pecco, to just run us through the very last corner, because you kind of seemed to run a bit wide, and he got so much more drive out of there. So I don't know whether he was gaining or you were losing. Could you just, both of you, run us through that? But first of all, Maverick and Enea, about your front tyres.
Okay. Thank you. I ride most of the time very close to Pecco, and I didn't have any issues with the tire. Actually, they were working very well through all the race. With Michelin and with the team, we were working really good through all weekend to start with the correct pressure. and to keep a good pressure during all the race. So the tires were working fantastic, and that's the way with Michelin. We are working every time stronger and stronger to be more consistent and more fast, and especially to do a good time attack. So very happy with all the work we are doing with Michelin and Aprilia.
La prima domanda era anche per me. No.
Se dietro qualcuno soffrivi la pressione davanti.
Sì, sì. I think behind the other guys was most easy for me to put temperature on the tire, because when at the start I was on the front, I have a lot of front lock, especially in the fast brake, like tire number 4, number 8, and when Pecco and also Maverick have overtaken me, it's most easy for me to bring confidence and to put temperature on the tire. And I don't know why. I know I have worked a lot with the soft choice on the rear in that track, and today in the race I have put the medium, and was too strange for me, especially at the start.
Yeah, in the last lap I just tried to put corner speed, to have more corner speed, because I was feeling that I was without rear tire, rear traction. So I used all the corner speed, and I got a bit wide in the exit. So for sure, Enea in that moment had a really great pickup looking at the video, and he was able to put more power on the ground and accelerating more. So my line was just to don't lose in acceleration, because I think that if I was doing a normal line, I was losing the race. So I just tried to have corner speed.
Me usually, I don't change map for the race, but for the race it's important to take out a little bit of power, because at the end, especially on the left side, I don't know why, but it was difficult for me to put traction, and also with the tank a little bit more low, was much easy for me to riding and to make a pickup. And when I see the last part of the race, for me, Respect Pack was much easy to bring a different line. He was always a little bit large, respect me. The opposite respect the start.
Simon Patterson from the race. Enea, was the last lap completely on the limit, or could there have been a little bit more if it was not another Ducati rider, your new teammate, that you were fighting against?
Me, I've tried with all my potential to do the best and to win that race, but Pecco have make a very good lap. I've tried in the turn number 4, and when I go outside, I've tried again, and in the last corner for me was crazy to try to overtaking Pecco, because for me we can crash together, and well, I've tried a little bit on with the acceleration of the bike, but it's okay.
Imre Pavlovic from Motorsport Aktuell and Motorrad from Germany. I have two questions to Enea. So Enea, first of all, we know that the VR46 Academy riders are riding a lot in Misano. Could you explain how much you ride in Misano and how you ride in Misano? And my second question is, you mentioned that you will try some new parts during the test on Tuesday. I wanted to know, what could you within your team improve on that package simply through the experience that you have gained through the season?
Okay, and the first one, for me, I come many times also in Misano to try the Panigale and to make some lap in the track, but I think it's not really correct, because the MotoGP is other world, and when I'm when I make my first lap and the second lap during the Friday, it stayed too difficult. I have make a lot of error because the line and also the gear was different respect the Panigale, and for me this is not the best, no. But it's good to see the bumps on the track, and Pecco, I think I've made more laps respect me, but don't change nothing for that. And the second question, I have the new part, but I think for the next year, not for this year. And already I don't have a speak with Gigi, and I don't know which part I have to try, but something of new there is here.
Busy test.
Yeah.
Hi, Matteo Miserocchi, Corriere Romagna. A question for all the rider. When Enea you break in the last lap,
Sì.
all the people at the television have a fear that your partnership start with a crash. So what do you think in this moment? And in Pecco, you have some, you listen that the Ducati Gresini was so near to you, and you have some pain. And Maverick, you think, they give me a gift in this moment.
I didn't feel it, but for sure, I was thinking just on being precise and fast in front. But after I watched what happened, and sincerely was close. But I'm happy that didn't happen anything.
No, I know what I can do, no, and I've tried to braking hard to stay really close in the turn number 6 because Pecco was more fast in that area respect me. But I know I'm brake very later, but outside, and there is a possibility to go out without problem, and it's not happened nothing. It is okay.
I was waiting for it. I wish I was there battling because I was the one to try it, but what can I say? You know, you have to win it on the track, not because the competitors make a mistake. So yeah, I wanted to be also close to fight, but it was good. I'm really proud and happy.
Hi guys, Lewis Duncan from Autosport. Congratulations to all three. I have a question for Pecco and a question for Maverick. Pecco, you say there you're not thinking about the championship just yet. I mean, 4 race wins in a row. All your rivals are saying that you guys are a step ahead. What more do you need to see before you can convince yourself that you are a championship challenger? And to Maverick, you know, like Matt said, 1 year ago you joined Aprilia and it was a completely different world. Your results now, you know, looking at your former team and the problems they're facing and all the problems that you kind of spoke about are being shown now on that bike. I mean, how does that make you feel? Do you feel sort of kind of vindication inside you that everything that you used to say and complain about and maybe weren't listened to when you were at Yamaha is coming true, and you've proved that on the Aprilia that you can ride around all these problems?
I will start thinking about the championship when I will be 5 points away from the leader. In this moment, I already did too many times mistakes thinking already at the championship, and I was so far. So my objective now is to be always competitive, always fast, always in the front, and try to win, try to be in front of my rival, and this way to work has been the key, I think, in this second part of the season. So I don't want to think of the championship, just to remain more focused on my objective and to remain focused on the schedule during the work during all the weekend. So I prefer to think like that.
What I answered? Hard to answer now, but part of jokes, we are doing a good job. I remember we started 1 year ago here, And straight away, I feel a good potential on the bike. I felt I could be good, but I needed, you know, the process. I needed a process to adapt to the bike. It's a totally and different and completely new bike. And however, step by step, I'm getting better to the bike. I'm getting used to it. And the important point is that I start on Friday already with the good feeling. And then I can, you know, I can improve during the weekend. What I like the most is that, you know, the lap time normally I do in FP4 is the same I do on the race. So it gives you a lot of confidence. It gives you a lot of, you know, calmness that you are going to be fast. So basically, it looks like now I'm good on start, I'm good on first laps, and I'm consistency. I'm not up and down. But, you know, this is the group, the atmosphere, how we work. And Aprilia, it's, you know, doing fantastic. And all Piaggio group is working pretty strong to catch that guys and to fight for the victory. So we can't stop. We need to keep working and, you know, keep focusing and believing that we can arrive to the victory.
BT Sport Bike Sync. Question is to you, Maverick. Almost to go off what Lewis said, is that I asked Jack this yesterday. It seems like you and Jack, it's kind of ironic that you guys were kind of like, you know, roommates back in the day. Now, you both hit a level of maturity and consistency, and you contribute that to your personal life. You know, you had a daughter. It seems calmer, and then now you're with Aprilia, and it just seems like everything is clicking for you. Is that part of your success now? And also, you know, you say you have to keep working. What do you have to do personally? Do you think, to get your first victory, and where do you have it circled on the calendar, you think?
Yeah, good question, BT. You know, somehow I feel, you know, the atmosphere I have on the team and also the group we create, it's helping me to stay, you know, in the present, to stay focused, to stay motivated. And, you know, to bring Aprilia to the top, to bring Aprilia strong is my motivation. As I mentioned many times, this is my baby project. It's a project that I'm working for. And I'm happy and really proud that we are achieving results. But we don't stop there. You know, still I need to improve a little bit on brakes. It's a part where I struggle the most on the first part of the season. We improve a little bit, but still we need another step. And then I will be ready for fight for the races. And somehow I feel, of course, the stability at home is very important. And, you know, I work so hard at home. I work so hard. You know, I keep improving myself every single day until I win this. So I will keep working very hard, of course.
Yeah, hi, Adam Wheeler from On Track Off-Road. Question for Pecco. The crowd was down in Mugello. The crowd is a little bit down here as well. Do you think, you know, the way you're riding and the way you're pushing for the championship is a message to Italian fans, you know, that, you know, MotoGP is as fantastic as it always is, doesn't need to have Valentino?
Sincerely, today when I do Tramonto, that is corner 10, and I was on the straight before Curvone,
It's full.
I seen
It's full.
corner 11. I seen a lot of 63 flags and my grandstand. It was unbelievable for me. It's something incredible. Already in Mugello, there were a lot of people with my flags, but in this occasion, was incredible how much they were. So I'm very happy about that. Sincerely, I feel now that I can share with the people more about me, but for sure the riding and the races makes more differences. So I'm hoping to continue like this, hoping to continue to having this type of fans that are unbelievable. So I'm very happy about that.
Hi, gentlemen. This is Frank Weying from Ziggo Sports in the Netherlands. A fantastic race. Congratulations to all of you. I have two questions for you, Pecco, and one for Enea. First of all, Pecco, we saw Jack crashing at the start of the race. Was it a warning for you that conditions were tricky? Because after that, Marco also crashed. And we saw that Fabio finished 5th. And of course, you only focus on yourself. But what did you expect Fabio to do in the race? And my question to you, Enea, although you've won 3 races already, you were 2nd now, would you still say that this is possibly your best race?
For sure, at the start of the race, already in the first lap in corner 4, I already feel a lot of front locking starting. The lap after, Jack crashed, and in the same lap, Enea turned 14, lose the front. So at the start of the race, I was very scary. And also at turn 11, when I arrived the lap after, I lose the front in the fast corners of the track. So the condition today is for sure after the race of Moto2 was a lot different compared to yesterday. And it was more difficult for me at the start of the race to be competitive because I did a second lap in front of everyone and I did 33.0 and I was feeling, I'm very slow in this moment. So I just to remain focused and be smart for all the race to drop 10th by 10th every lap and finally in the final 6-7 laps I was, the pace was very strong. And about Fabio, sincerely I was in a moment I had in my pit board that I seen a G5, that it means that we are in a group of 5, and I was thinking that Fabio was so close, so was there, and his pace during all the weekend was incredible. So I was thinking that he was able to fight for a win, but maybe in some occasion having more speed helps a lot.
Well, this is one of my favorite races. Also about my last victory in Le Mans, and I think this is a good motivation to restart, to close again on top on the future. And well, I felt the, come si dice ciliegina? Cherry. The cherries. On the cake. But it's okay. It's one of my favorite ones. This.
Paolo Ianieri, Gazzetta dello Sport. A question for Maverick. Next year you're going to have Manu Cazot is going to be your crew chief. He's in love with you. He was always saying when you were having troubles with Yamaha, I would like to go back to work with Maverick because I know how good he is and what his potential is. So is this probably the last final step that you miss to start to win?
Well, Paolo, you are confirming something that I don't know. So that's weird for me. But, you know, I had a good feeling with Manuel since I started in 2015. So if this possibility exists, I know Manuel is the type of guy that gives the maximum for the victory. But what can I say right now? The group I'm working is fantastic. They are giving the maximum. We are taking out the maximum from what we have right now on the bike. And I have a lot of confidence in my group. So very proud and very pleased about all the Aprilia and all the Piaggio group that they are working extremely good, and they are giving me a lot of confidence and they make me feel at home.
Okay, Pecco, Enea and Maverick, great job today. Have a good test next week and we'll see you in Aragon.